All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all, we got another fight week on us once again. And no, the main event that we were looking forward to, some of us were looking forward to. Well, I'm kind of glad that this main event's not happening anymore. Taila Santos versus Erin Blanchfield. That's right. Taila Santos has to pull out once again due to visa issues. I think this time with one of her cornermen. So Jessica Andrade is stepping in to take on Erin Blanchfield. That's right. From one tough Brazilian to the next, they are cutting no slack. They are showing no slack. They're showing no sympathy for Erin Blanchfield. I mean, they are really trying to set her up with somebody that is a destroyer. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing for a young fighter like Erin Blanchfield. Let's be real, because if you want to prove yourself worthy of being the next title contender, you got to take on these tough fights. You got to take on these tough fights. But the thing about Erin is she's kind of getting skipped ahead, which, you know, I feel like is not good for her. You know, this is still kind of the same situation. Yeah, Jessica Andrade is ranked a little bit lower than Taila Santos, but it's still kind of the same situation. She's jumping up like 7 spots versus originally like 8 or 9 spots now, because Tyler's ranked number 1 now. So yeah, Erin would have been jumping up 9 spots to fight somebody like Taila Santos. Now she's jumping up 7, which is still kind of risky. You know, Erin, you know, her last win was against Molly McCann. Before that, she beat J.J. Aldridge, and it was Miranda Maverick before that too, right? So yeah, she's on a 4-fight win streak at 125, and she's now ranked number 10. But if you look at some of the fighters she's fought, you know, she hasn't really fought that mid-tier opponent yet. You know, she hasn't got those type of fights in. You know, at least even Manon Firo, she did. You know, after fighting Myra Buenos Silva, she was able to fight Jennifer Maia and Caitlin Chikag and get to the number 1 spot. But Erin Blanchfield, you know, she pretty much fought unranked fighters, and now she's number 10, and now she's fighting a former world champion that's considered one of the most dangerous women in WMMA, and Jessica Andrade, right? So my thoughts on the fight when I saw it, well, first off, my initial thoughts on the fight was it was just silence with a big grin on my face, because it's Jessica Andrade. You know, she's taking this fight on short notice. She's showing how tough she is. And Andrade is Andrade, right? And she's going to be giving Erin a good fight, because Erin wants to test herself. Erin wants to make a statement. You know, Erin comes to fight. So if you put these two together, it's a good fight. But at the same time, it kind of has you nervous for Erin Blanchfield for good reason. Maybe even more so than Taila Santos, because Taila may be ranked higher, but I still think there would have been a level of respect in their fight. Santos and Blanchfield, I think there would have been like this level of respect, because, you know, Santos still doesn't fight with the same bad intentions that Andrade does. Yeah, she's big, strong, and powerful, and she did give the champ a good fight, a better fight than Andrade did, but I still think there would have been this level of kind of measuring and more of a chess match where Blanchfield would have more success. But in this type of fight, Andrade is just who she is, man. She doesn't care who you are. Like, if you're not championship level in there, she's going to try to run through you. I mean, ask Lauren Murphy, ask Amanda Lemos, ask Cynthia Calvillo. Any of these fighters that haven't touched the belt or came close to touching the belt, she treats you like that. Jessica Andrade has always been like that, you know. So expect her to push Erin Blanchfield to the brink in this fight. So Erin's really got to be ready for this fight. You know, I think it's going to be a little bit more of a danger factor than Taila, like I said. But if Erin plays her cards right throughout this fight and she, you know, keeps her composure, she could possibly do some shocking things in there. I'm not going to lie. I think with her jiu-jitsu and with her IQ, she can adapt to certain things that Jessica Andrade does in there. And that's where a lot of people kind of lose it. You know, Jessica Andrade, you know, she's not necessarily a one-dimensional fighter anymore, but if you give it time and you measure range well and you develop a consistent jab, you can figure her out. And those are just some ABC things in there. You can figure her out. You know, so many fighters are anticipating the power, or they're anticipating the strength right away, that they don't really keep it focused. You know what I mean? They don't really keep their focus. So by the time they overthink it, she's already got her hands on you, or she's already knocked you out, or she's already like just butchered you to the point you don't want to fight anymore, right? So Erin just really needs to keep her composure in this fight. And number one, she needs to keep this fight on the inside. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Look, she really needs to keep this fight on the inside, not necessarily fighting in the pocket now. She needs to keep this fight in the clinches against the cage and smother the power and take away the balance of Jessica Andrade so she can't plant her feet. You gotta smother her at all costs so you can constantly get this fight to the ground, all right? So number one is she just needs to keep the fight on the inside, but what she really needs to do is just keep this fight on the ground, in my opinion. She really needs to keep this fight on the ground because I think Erin's jiu-jitsu on top is much better than Jessica Andrade. I think if she gets Jessica Andrade on her back and keep her there for a number of rounds, then she could possibly submit her. So what she really needs to do is go back and watch that Valentina Andrade fight. Watch Shevchenko Andrade and really try to outmaneuver Andrade, get around, time her. Don't try to outspeed Andrade because she's faster, I believe. She just needs to go around, get those body locks from behind, and just really lock in at those awkward angles so Andrade can't really get any leverage to try to reverse or throw any elbows, and just get her to the ground constantly, take her down, and just try her best to out-grapple her and get in these positions to try to look for a submission. Because in my opinion, I don't think Erin Blanchfield is going to win like this clear striking match. I don't think she really has the speed or the IQ for that. And honestly, I think her defense is still developing when it comes to the feet. That's why I wanted to see her fight somebody like Arujo or Jennifer Maia to kind of work on her head movement a little bit, because sometimes Erin, she still steps into some of these straight punches. She still steps in, behind her own jab. So, I think the striking is going to favor Andrade a little bit more. Andrade has really improved on her discipline as far as how she throws her punches. She's not throwing with power on every single shot now. She's kind of picking her shots. She's throwing nice leg kicks and she's throwing combinations. She's throwing more volume now, so she's taking a little bit of the heat off. But with her power, those are still damaging blows, right? So I still think that with her ability to close range on a fighter with spotty defense, she's going to have the favor on the feet to me. I do believe that. So I think Erin Blanchfield, she's going to have to make this a fight on the ground constantly, round after round, because getting a submission win over Jessica Andrade is going to really be her best bet. I don't see her knocking her out unless she's able to do something crazy like break from a clinch and land a head kick on Jessica Andrade. But even then, that's kind of a tough call, because I think Jessica Andrade is very durable, very strong, very powerful at 125. The only fighter she can't beat at 125 is Valentina. But other than that, I think 125 kind of proportions her body out right for this weight class. So, yeah, Erin's in for a fight. I mean, real quick, my final thoughts. I kind of hate this fight for Erin right now because she never got that mid-ranked opponent in between, but they're really trying to push her next, to be the next title contender. So, hey, this is how you step it up. And I want to see my quadruple threats tested. I want to see my fighters that I think highly of tested. I want to see them in there with the best fighters. So, hey, I can go back and brag and say, hey, look, told you Taila could do it. Told you Manon could do it. Told you Erin could do it. You know what I mean? So, I want to see Erin go in there and do it. Does she have the skills to do it? Yes, I think she does. Can she? I hope she does. But Andrade is Andrade. And, Andrade is just coming off this performance against Lauren Murphy. So I think she's going to be still in fighting shape. And, with this fight being a main event and, getting that main event money, Andrade is going to be hard to stop in this fight. So, yeah, we'll talk more about it later this week, guys. I kind of hate it for Erin, like I said, man, because she goes from one tough Brazilian to the next. But this is how you get tested, guys. Let me know what y'all think of the fight. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.